Israel striking Tehran early this Friday morning as Iranians mark the Persian New Year. The war is escalating sharply after an Israeli strike on the South Pars natural gas field this week. Iran is threatening zero restraint and retaliating with attacks on energy infrastructure across the Middle East. The White House is defending its ask for $200 billion to fund the war in Iran. Now, that's despite President Trump continuing to say the conflict is almost over. The president told Weijia Zhang the request is more than just Iran.
We want to have vast amounts of ammunition, which we have right now. We have a lot of ammunition, but it was taken down by giving so much to Ukraine.
Now, the Pentagon funding request tees up a clash in Congress. Democrats are staunchly against the proposal. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called the fighting in Iran, quote, a reckless war of choice. But Republicans say it's more costly to let up on Iran.
The money we've spent, the lives that have been lost by not confronting this regime has been way too costly. So whatever it costs to finish this is worth it.
Let's spend taxpayer dollars to actually make life more affordable for the American people, because it's become far too expensive as a result of Donald Trump and his failed Republican policies.
And the price at the pump just keeps increasing as the war continues. It will now cost you an average of $3.90 per gallon to fill up your gas tank. That's up nearly $1 full since the start of the conflict. CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata connects with us once again from Tel Aviv. And Charlie, good morning to you. I know you're learning more about a U.S. stealth fighter jet that was damaged over Iran. Tell us about that.
Yeah, good morning, Errol. First of all, it's been a very noisy morning here. More explosions here and in Jerusalem from incoming Iranian missiles. Well, yes, U.S. military officials that I spoke with today said that the F-35 fighter jet was on a combat mission over Iran when it was forced to make an emergency landing at an undisclosed U.S. airbase somewhere in the Middle East, and that the pilot is in, quote, stable condition.
The F-35 stealth fighter is considered to be the most advanced fighter jet in the world. If it was struck by enemy fire, it would be the first since the war began. On the same day, President Trump said Iran no longer has that capability.
Their Air Force is gone. Their anti-aircraft equipment is gone. We're flying wherever we want, Pete. We have nobody even shooting at us.
While on the subject of American ground forces...
No, I'm not putting troops anywhere. If I were, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
Though CBS News has confirmed a contingent of U.S. Marines is heading to the region to help break Iran's stranglehold on the Strait of Hormuz. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has raised the idea of a ground invasion.
Only from there. You can do a lot of things from the air, and we're doing, but there has to be a ground component as well.
The Israelis have already begun deploying ground troops in their other war against Iran's proxies, Hezbollah, in Lebanon, where a reporter was lucky to survive a suspected Israeli strike. A day after gas fields were set ablaze across the Gulf, Netanyahu conceded Israel would stop attacks on the energy sector.
President Trump asked us to hold off on future attacks, and we're holding out.
That doesn't mean the Iranians will follow suit, with drones attacking a Kuwaiti refinery once again today.
A former Israeli intelligence official told us to expect Iran to keep targeting oil and gas facilities, saying they will do everything they can to inflict pain on America and its regional allies, even if it means harming themselves. Darryl?
Wow, remarkable footage there. Charlie, thank you. CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes joins us now for more on President Trump's meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister. Good morning, Nancy. What did the president have to say about Iran that was new yesterday?
Well, Errol, he continues to say that the war is ahead of schedule, but it's getting more and more clear that his effort to recruit allies to help is running a bit behind. He said Thursday he doesn't need anything from Japan or anyone else, but he was quick to add that he thinks it would be appropriate if they step up.
We're very honored to have you with us tonight.
It was a friendly visit, but Japan's prime minister balked at providing the one thing President Trump was seeking: military ships to help reopen the crucial Strait of Hormuz.
Look, I expect Japan to step up because, we have that kind of relationship, and we step up for Japan.
Japan did join 5 European countries on Thursday, saying they're ready to ensure safe passage through the strait, but only after the fighting ends. Even Trump acknowledged how tough it will be to protect oil tankers in the strait from Iranian threats.
It's very hard. You could take 2 people and they could drop little bombs in the water and they're holding things up. We don't want that to happen.
Now the Pentagon is seeking more funding for the war, about $200 billion.
It takes money to kill bad guys, so we're going back to Congress.
Just 5 days ago, Trump's top economic advisor told Face the Nation the war was fully funded.
I think right now we've got what we need.
$200 billion is more than the U.S. has set aside for aid to Ukraine over the past 4 years, according to a special inspector general report.
Obviously, it's a dangerous time in the world, and we have to adequately fund defense.
House Republicans continue to bury their heads in the sand with their cult-like behavior, acting like nothing more than reckless rubber stamps.
Trump was asked by a Japanese journalist why the U.S. didn't give allies a heads up before attacking Iran. He responded by invoking some painful history.
Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor?
There was some startled laughter in the Oval Office, even an audible groan after that joke. Japan's prime minister herself looked a little surprised, but did not say anything in response. Errol?
I think there were groans outside of that room as well. Nancy Cordes, thank you very much.